All right, Alex, we got you from the front view here, and tell you what, overall, this is a really nice delivery you got. There's a couple things I do want to point out, but like I said, overall, really, really good. So, good balance, head staying still. Um, Now, as you make your move towards home plate here, that's a pretty good start right there. You know, your glove's a little high, but there's nothing wrong with that. You're in a pretty strong position right there. But now, as we start getting closer to your landing, I want you to um, watch your back knee here. Okay, your back knee. From here, we want to kind of stay in that position a little bit longer, and you'll just start dropping that down to the ground. Right, you see that just kind of collapsing. Let me get that out of the way. So your knee just kind of drops down instead of staying strong right there. From that position, I'd like to see your back leg start to extend, where you're just driving off that back leg, driving off the mound, and really propelling your whole body towards home plate. But instead of that, from here, you just collapse a little bit. So I think you can get a little bit stronger and more aggressive move towards home plate. If you, again, right from that position right there, instead of dropping down, you're powering your body forward. So that extension of your back leg rather than just dropping that knee down to the ground. So as we continue on here we'll get to your landing point, right? There your front foot is now touched down, and you're a little bit closed off, right? You kind of see you're pointed off this way a little bit. We'd like to be a little bit more direct. I think you can start to work on landing on your heel a little bit more, and that's going to help you just continue and keep your body moving towards home plate. Landing on your toe and closed off like that, it just makes it a little bit more difficult for you to get the extension that you like to get. And also, I'd like to see your hips opened up a little bit more at this point. Right when that foot touches down, we want to try to be in that hip-shoulder separation where your hips have opened up. So I'd like to see your belly button kind of pointed towards home plate at this point, where you're still closed off and kind of pointed off to the side. And again, that drive off your back leg will help you do that. It'll give you more time to rotate your hips. You'll probably get a little more extension when you land. Instead of landing here, you'll probably, well, maybe that's a little too far, but you'll get a little bit further in your landing. You might land out in this position here. And again, that's going to give your hips more time to open up and be in more of a direct path towards the plate. But as we continue on here, there's a lot of good things going on. You're strong with that glove side. That ball's out of your hand right there. And again, that drive off your back leg, we'll see this more from the side view, but you'll probably be able to get a little more extension at release. You're in a pretty decent spot here where foot, knee, and head in a pretty straight line there. That's a nice job. So, you're staying strong where you can, but part of it is just you're not getting that explosive move off your back leg that's just going to allow you to make this move a little bit easier and just get a little bit more out in front. Because you see you're still going forward. You're reaching out pretty good. You're on a good strong landing leg. But the other thing that happens here at the end now I want you to watch is that's good, and then you just kind of stop. Right? I want to see a little more aggressive finish where your hand, because you're in such a good position out here, but then you just kind of stop it and see how your hand just kind of gets down here by your knee. I'd like to see your hand a little bit more down by your ankle in that path. So once again, that explosive move off your backside will help that as well, because now you're creating more force, more energy, more arm speed. Your body's moving towards the plate a little bit more aggressively. And that's just going to make a big difference in how you finish that pitch too. So I think if you just focus on that back leg, being more aggressive with your drive towards home plate, that's going to help a lot of those other things that we saw that followed that move. But overall, I really, really like what you're doing with your mechanics there. Your delivery looks really good. Congratulations.